guys, James Heffield here from Last Word. We thought this week we'd kick off a new video series focusing on tips and tricks for businesses and organisations that want to get their name out there and tell their story. I thought we'd start this week by talking about news values. It's really important to know what the media or journalists are looking for if you want to get your name out there. Because if you're not giving them what they want, if you're not hitting the right notes, then they are very unlikely to cover you. So the first news value I wanted to talk about today is locality. This is the idea that the media are much more interested in covering something happening in their geographic region. That's because their audience, their readership, their listeners, watchers are generally within that region, within a specific locality. So they're wanting to give them what they want. So really, locality is important. An example of this is if you're a Christchurch business running a local event, you want to target the local media. They're the ones that are most interested. If you're casting your net across the entire country, sending your media release out there to everyone, you're wasting your time, you're wasting the media's time, and they may not come back to you in future. So be targeted and keep in mind that, locality is an important news value. The next one I wanted to touch on today is celebrities and personalities. Basically, this is the idea that if your story involves a celebrity or a personality, it's much more likely to be covered. So, if you've got a local celebrity coming along, making a guest appearance, perhaps you've got, Richie McCaw, Kane Williamson, or even a global celebrity like George Clooney, if you've got them coming along, it's really going to boost the news value of your story in the eyes of the media. You can use this by, making connections, using your contacts, perhaps being brave and reaching out to a local celebrity or a sports person and just seeing if they can come along as a guest, special guest to your event, and then publicising that to the media when you promote it. It'll really, really boost your chances of grabbing those headlines. So that's the second news value I wanted to talk about, celebrities or personalities. The third one I wanted to talk about today was timeliness. Don't wait. Basically, if you're announcing a new product or service or wanting to announce anything to the media, it needs to happen right away. Make sure you got your facts right first, of course, and your ducks in a row. But if you're waiting a week, your news value is going to be seriously diminished. So timeliness is key. Keep that in mind. The fourth one, and this is a really, really big one, is the idea that what you're pitching needs to be new, unusual, unique. That these are really important values, and something that you should keep in mind. If you're launching a product that is the first of its kind, it solves a problem that's never been solved before. It's going to have a huge amount more news value than just announcing a car that's in a slightly different shade of grey. So keep that in mind. The really classic example on this one is dog bites man. That might be news. But it does happen. But man bites dog. That's going to grab the headlines every time. So that's that unusual factor. News, uniqueness, unusual. If it's new or unique or unusual, it's definitely going to score well. It's an important news value. The last one I wanted to touch on today is the idea of hooking in or aligning your story with topical issues. For example, if you're an environmental group, you've got much more chance of getting into the media if dirty rivers, for example, has been in the headlines. That's the time, to pick up the phone, call the media, offer comment, send out a media release, get in touch, and you will be heard if things are making the headline, if it's topical, and if you've got some expertise or a way to link into that, you will definitely be heard. So you can use this by just making sure you're keeping across what's happening in the media, keeping your finger on the pulse, and then not being afraid to offer comment. Say, I've got a bit of expertise in this area. I'd be happy to talk. You know, the media are often looking for sources, so topical issues is another one. Keep that in mind. So basically, those were the news values I thought I'd share today. They're some of the key ones. I hope that's useful. If you're looking for any help, there are, of course, people out there who can help, myself and the team at Last Word included. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone and get in touch. We've also got a really handy media opportunities cheat sheet on our website at www.lastwordwriting.co.nz. Go on there, check out the blog section. There's some other great info on there. And yeah, let us know what you think.